Hi guys, this is Hafiz today. We are going to look into how we can deal with HTML and CSS in order to get started with our web application development. Today I'm just kind of let me take a look at a simple basic aspect of HTML whereby you can get started with whatever you want to be doing in web application development. Please kindly follow whatever I'm doing here. If you have any question, drop your comment on the video, so that anytime if I get your question, I'll be able to reply you. You can just comment anything, or you can reach me through my social media accounts, so that I will be able to answer whatever you are maybe battling with, or any question you might have pertaining to this tutorial or any other part of web application development. I think I will be able to get answer to that. If not, we can work together to know what next. So yeah, but just kindly follow whatever I'm doing here, so that at least you can get on the both of us will be on the same page. So yeah, I'm starting. We all know that okay, before you do whatever you want to do in web application development, you have to have your text editor. So yeah, I'm going to be using my VS Code. So, and this is my VS Code after installing it. If you don't have VS Code, you can simply go to the VS Code. You just type on your Google and type VS Code or Visual Studio Code. That's the full meaning of VS Code. So just type the Visual Studio Code on your browser, and then you'll be able to download it through the website. The code.visualstudio.com. You'll be able to download it. After you download it, it's very powerful text editor. It gives you auto suggest based on whatever your programming language you are writing. So far you install the plugin of that programming language, it makes it very easier for you to work with, so whatever you are doing. So let me get started. So yeah, we are going to do what we are creating new website. But before I go, I would like to show you sample of what I'm trying to do in this video tutorial, so that you'll be able to understand all what I'm doing across this video tutorial. I'm going to show you sample of what I'm able to do. So let's take a look at this sample and simple web application. Oh, let me say just web pages, sorry for that. So let's just take a look at this. That is what I'm trying to give you guys. So how you can simply build a simple website as this, so that even you can say, okay, I'm the one that built this website. At least with the help of ordinary HTML and CSS, HTML and CSS, you can do more than this. I'm just giving you this as a sample of what you can do from your own end. So see, this is about us. You can do, I'm just using all this as a sample picture. You can actually do better than I. So we are going to be building this thing together now. So just kindly follow whatever I'm doing here. So let's go back to our Visual Code. So let's try and create a directory. Let's create a folder on maybe on any of our drive, maybe whether on desktop or you are dealing with you are going to save it on your C drive. So let's go to our C drive. Let me just create, you can save it at anywhere on your system. Let me just create it as my new website. Okay, let me say new directory, YouTube, YouTube tutorial. So here I created my directory for this project. Let me open inside this directory. At least I will need images for my website. Okay, let me save all my images on the same folder, or probably I can simply go to my Visual Studio Code. I can say open a folder. It's telling okay, I can just locate the folder that I just created on my YouTube directory. So when I open the folder, I can simply create more folder inside it. So let me go to my YouTube. This is it. Let me just select this folder. This is the folder that I want to open. So here we have this folder. It has opened now. So it's still loading. Okay. Now I can create new file. I can create new folder inside this folder too. Now let's create another folder for our images. Let me call it img, or let me use images. So that is the directory for our images. Also, since we are using CSS, we need a directory for our CSS so that all our work will be neat. So I mean, to make arrangement of our project to be neat. So let's create a separate folder for each part that we are doing, unless our HTML that we know that is okay, this is for public view. So let's create new folder and let's call that one CSS. But if you can notice something, this created under images, so I don't want that. I need to delete this. Let me remove it, and then let me click on this because I want to create it inside this folder. I don't want to create it inside image folder. So let me create it here. So I'm having CSS. This is my CSS. Now I need a file, my HTML file. I need to create my HTML file now. Let me create new file with this icon. I can simply create new file. So here now, let me call it index.html and open it. So here now, this is my first page that I want to design. Now I want to start writing my HTML code, but mind you, I want to embed it together. I want to include my CSS file into it as well. So because I'm going to be using external CSS, sometimes maybe along the line I can use inline CSS just for you to understand the difference between them. So here now, I want to create my HTML now. So since I'm dealing with HTML5, this gives me suggestion. If you don't have suggestion on your own, you can simply add the module to your, just come to this place and search for HTML5 and include it into your project. Then immediately you search for HTML. So it gives you different suggestions. So just install it on your system so that it will give you HTML snippet. So anytime you want to write your code. So now let me type HTML5. I need HTML basic tag. So the name of my website, let me name it Afeez Babatunde as a title of my website, because here we have, it gives us basic HTML tag. Actually, if you don't have it, you can simply type it. So that's nothing. This is your normal HTML basic tag. So here now, I want to type Afeez Babatunde as my title of my website now. So if you will see that it auto arranged my code for me, indentation, everything is perfect. Now what next is for me to start working with whatever I want to do. So let me get everything done once. Just continue watching what I'm doing. If you have any question, just let me know from the comments. So here now, I need header of my website, and in this header I need, let me have something like, let me call it how people can contact me. I want my, because if you look at the sample, I want this to appear at the top like this, as what I'm having here currently. So I want it to appear at the top. So now let me go contact contact me, and let me put my mobile number. So along the line, I also want to put my info, my email, or let me put my email at so this is the header. After that, I need my let me say nav, let me call it nav, that's navigation. So inside this nav, I actually want to do something. I want to separate it. I want to have my logo, then also I want to have my navigation. Now I will simply do something by including table into this navigation. Let me include table, div, and let me include table. Inside table we have table row. Inside table row we have table data, which tell us how many columns our table is going to have. A particular row, how many columns are we going to have? That's the meaning of table data. If I have multiple table data, it's the number of table data is number of columns I'm having in my table. So here now, let me just type what I want to type here. I want to type something AZ, and then let me give you this Babatunde. So that is that for the first one. The second one, I want to have table data. Table data as well. In this table data, let me have my navigation there, which take us from one page to another. So I can give that one, let me give it class, so that I can reference to that in my CSS. Let me give it class links. So here now, let me have my first href, which is a anchor tag, hyperlink. I'm referencing to a page now, so I don't know where I'm going currently, but this first one is index, which is going to be our home page. So let me take it, like all it, since it's index.html, so I'm having it like this. So I can simply multiply this and say this one, let it take us to about.html, and let me call this one about services and contact us. So let me change this one, because we are going to create page for each and every one of this link. So services and contact. So let's save this. So from this one now, this is our header and the navigation. Let's insert our CSS so that we can modify this. If we take a look at this now, let's go to our website let's take a look at what we have done so far. If you load this, see what we have. Does it look fine? No. So let's try to do something there and make it perfect with CSS. So let me create a new file inside this CSS folder. Let me call this new file. I can say this is my style.css. So in this style, first thing I want to do is I want to set margin for everything on my page. Let me say margin to be auto and padding should be auto. So that's the first thing. The meaning of this tag is all. So then I want to quickly call my header from that page and give it some property and value. So let me say the width, I'm giving it 100%. I want the width to be 100%. Then the background color, let me give it background color, and that background color I want to use is light blue, which has code of, I save the color code so that I won't forget. I want it to look as what I've done before. So and let's make it important so that nothing will change it for us later. So border, border bottom of the header, I want it to be 2 pixels, solid, use FO. So this is what I'm having. I'm saving it. I can link it to my normal page by saying within the head tag, you can use link slice it, type CSS, and what the CSS/style.css, and let me close it like this. So now, since we have linked the CSS to our page, let's try something and see what we have. So you can see it has changed something from our page. So let's continue. So now let me call this, let me give this div. So I can say from here now, I can simply say header div. Let me give it width 1200 pixels. Color, background color, let me make it the same color as what I have here. And let's make it important. Font family. I want to change the font now. Let me use font family. I'm using Calibri. I'm using padding. I want to give it padding of let's use 10 pixels. And what is our text align? We want the text to align to the right, so let's use text align to the right. So let's save it. So let's continue. Let's check what we have done so far. So at least our top header is doing fine now. Okay, now let's move on. From here now, from our CSS, our normal page here, we have something called nav. So this nav now, let's give it some property with our CSS from here now. So we are done with the header. Let's come here. Let me call it nav. That's the name. So we are using, let's give it width, which is 100% as well. Let's give it background color. Can just leave the background color empty. Okay. Background color, and no, I'm not giving it anything. Let me give it border button. To be solid, superior, solid, and let me say that. So now, if you recall, in this our header, we have a div. This div now, we want the width to be the size of the inner div of this header. So we want this div and this div to have the same size, so that the size of the header won't be more than the size of the normal page, the body of our page. So let's continue to, let's go and give this div a property. Let me call it, since this is our nav and this is div inside it, so let's just call the two together. Let's say nav div as we call the header earlier. So let me say the width as well is 1200 pixels, and I'm giving it background. I'm not using background color for it. Font family as well. Font family, I'm using Calibri. So I'm giving it padding of 10 pixels. Padding of 10 pixels. I'm giving it text aligned to the left. So we want our text to start from the left, not from right. So now we are done with that. Now we want to give this our div and all the anchor tag that we are having in this div, the links. So we want to give them some properties so that it will look different from our website. At least if you can see this is looking different. So see the way it looks. We have different things. When you place mouse over it, it changes. So we want to do something like that as well. Let's continue. Let's come to this place and call this with what? Nav. and we know that they are inside div and they are inside table, and they have a anchor tag element. So now from this one, now let's call this, let's give them padding of 10 pixels so that there will be space. Test decoration to be none. Test decoration, let them be none. And then the color, that is the test color, let it be gray. We want it gray. So now from this, now we still need some things, we need some things to be changed. So like when you place mouse over the link of the navigation, when you place mouse over it, you want something to change. So let's try to do that first. So let's copy this link as well. See the same thing we are using, but now we are using over. Anytime you place your mouse over it, you want something to change. So that is the reason why you say color. You want to change color now to what we have been using before, which is hash to this. That's the color we adopt from the beginning. So then you want to change the border button color, and you want to make it bold. Border button. So let's use this border button. Let's change it, at least when they place mouse over it, let something change from those links. So now I'm using solid, 2 pixels solid, and let me give it gray instead. Okay, let me use gray, and then let's save this. So let's try and check what we have done so far, if probably we are making sense. So see what we have, here. But this, I feel A said Baba today, I want it to be at the left and I want to give it some style. So let me just try and do something and see how we can change some things. So let me come to my code, let me come to my HTML. This surface Baba today, I want to change some things there. What can I do? So here now, this table row itself, this table row, I want to make some changes to it. So let me give it class. Class, let me call it logo. Let me call it logo. Now in this one, or let me say this, let me use 2 div here so that this thing will balance. This table row, I want to give it some changes. I want to change something there, sorry. I want to give it font size, I want to give it font family, I want to give it width. So now also as well, I want to make some changes. If you can look at our sample, what we have done before, you see this looks attractive. Oh wow, this is beautiful. So let's try to do something like that as well, so and see how we can manipulate this. So I'm just trying to show you how I built the old one so that all of us will get what we have done before. If you don't get it, just make a comment from on the video, and then when I immediately get your comment, I'll try to explain everything better to you. So let's continue. This is said from here like this. Let me use inline CSS here so that at least you also know how to use inline CSS. So let me say div. So this asset, I want to place it here, or let me say span. Yes, let me use span. Let me take this one to this side, and let me use span for this. Or let me just use inline CSS to build something better here. Let me use span. Let me say asset. Okay, so now everything is getting better. So this logo, now I want to give this logo some property. Let's go to our CSS. Let's call this logo dot logo. Since we are using class, we are using dot. So now I'm giving it width, and the width should be, let me say 600 pixel, and I want to give it font size. Oh sorry, yes, font size. So let that one be 50 pixel, and I want to give it font family. To be 40. So now that's that. So here now, since we know that this div is within the logo, we can also call logo div, so that we can give it another property. So this one now, I want to give it different color. This asset, I want it to have another color, and this one also I want it to have another color. So now let me say this first div cover everything, but within this I can call this span. So now let me call span first, or the div first. So let me call div dot logo div. So that one I can say color should be, let me use this, our normal color 428B. Okay, this is the color I'm using now. So but the span, I want to give it another color as well. For the span, I want to have another color there. Okay, this one, let me double this. Let me just say what I have. This div, I need black on this 000. That is for black. So, and the second one, which is span, I need something like this. So let's see how it goes and how it looks on our browser. So this is what we have. Wow, we are getting there small. So now this is our navigation, but I want to shift this one to the right hand side. So let's take this one to the right hand side, and this one should be at the left hand side. So let's go back to our code. So here now, let's take a look at how we can take our links to the right hand side. So yeah, what you just need to do, you just come to your links and say you can actually do something like, okay, let's try this. Text align to the right, and let's see whether it will go there. Okay, let's break it and see how it's gonna look. Let's break it from this after TD. Oh, sorry, we closed this table row before the second table data, which not supposed to be. Sorry for that, that was a mistake. So we need to rectify that. I'll be wondering, it's supposed to have be at the normal side. So let's renode, see what we have. We are having error because we have changed something here. So from this place, text align to the right, we don't need that. So let's do it like this and then see what we are having. So let's check. I think we're having error here. Let's check our HTML. We said this is our logo, and the div, the nav div is having 600 pixels, 1200, and our table let's check very well. The width for our logo, where's our logo? Let's check. This is our logo, which is our table. It's 600. If you are having 600 here, and we're having so here now, let's check our CSS. Okay, here now the font size of this logo for these two, I think it will be something like this, so that it won't affect our links. Let's check this very well. So but we are still having the same font size. So let's check why this is aligned to the left, to the right like this. So let's check it very well. So let's come to our CSS. We have okay, I think what we have to do is, since our logo div is for the logo only and we want it to be like this, so what we need to do is, we don't need to give this any property. Even if we are to give it, we have to look at it very well. So now we have this. Let's check how it's gonna look. So as you can see now, we are having it perfect. So what I did to it is just to remove the property from logo and give it to logo div. So, and it makes our work more perfect like that. So if you look at the header top now and what we have here before, you see we are, at least we are having something looking alike. So now let me give, because what the space we are having here is not as that of our own that we are just creating now. So if you look at it very well, we are having a space that is much here. So let's look at it and see how we can fix that. So here now, let me say padding of this and margin should be 0, because we don't want that space to be much like that. So on our div, do we need border button for our logo? Okay, let's look at it very well. Do we have any padding on our hair? Okay, I think this padding is what is giving us the value. So we don't need. Let's comment this out and see whether it will reduce the size. Okay, at least we are fine like this. We are fine. So now let's go back. I will try to do the middle part of it and then the bottom part, so that by next video we'll be able to do something about the form that we are looking at in this side of this first page. Now let me do the middle here and then let me do a little right up here, so that at least we can have something looking good. So here now, let me go to my index on my page and then let me add some HTML to it. Let me add a div. Call it class. Let me give it middle. So this middle, I can, let me have another div here. Let me call it class BG. So for us to have something like banner, so within it I need to have some paragraph where my text will reside, and in that text I want something like this. Let me just say I am a web developer. Then let me add another break to it and say I take so here, let me just have something like this. I just give this one span. Let's see. So this is what we have here. From that, let me just have simple bottom part of it. Let me call this footer, and let me have something within it. Let me just call it div, and then let me say copyright. Let me say 2019 designed by. So now let's look at this one too and give it some property so that at least you guys can look at it, and then you can later on check it well if you have any problem, or you can modify it the way you like. So you can create a contact page, you can create as many as you can. So let me go on to this. I want to give this some property. Let's see how it looks. So let me go to this class is middle and we have BG. So here now, let me call middle and give it some property. So let me say this middle I'm having width, and which is 1200 pixels. After width I'm having height. I want to give it height too, and I'm giving it 400 pixels. So then font family, I want it to be Calibri. So now then the bg.bg, so I want that one to have same property as well. Okay, sorry, if this one is having 1200 and the height, okay, let's do it like this. Let the width of this be 100%, and let's just give it border bottom. And let's just be a 2 pixel solid, and let's have it as white. FO. So let me come to the BG and give it that property. So let's see how it looks. Let me also give it background image, and let me call the image from the URL. It's gonna be images. I'm calling the image from my image now, so I need to go and put some images inside this folder. Let me quickly go there and say, let me try this. Let me check on my Dropbox. Let me use any of this image. Okay, let me use this. So let me put it here. The name of the image is AA and it's JPEG. And just say, come to this place. Let me call AA. That's JPG. So and save it. So if you look at this now, we assign some properties to the middle and the background. So let's see how that looks. This is not okay. See what we have here. You see our footer. This is our footer, but nothing to display there. Here now. So our background is not coming out. Why? What is happening? So let's check very well. Images, from images, then we are having our aa.jpg. okay, let's terminate this. What is the name of this? Okay, class bg. Let's save everything and let's go back. Why? Our image is not coming out. Okay, the directory is outside the CSS. The CSS needs to go back once and look for the images folder. So let's try it again. So see what you have here. I hope we are getting it. So from this place now, let me just quickly round up this video so that at least by the next tutorial we'll be able to do something else about it. We can modify it the way we like. So let me do something about this footer so that I can easily round up this. I don't want it to be more than an hour. So let me go to the middle here. So we have some text that we want to at least modify. So let me come to this place. In this our middle, the paragraph, let me say middle paragraph. So let's have width to be 1000 pixels. Let me have font weight to be bold. Let me do height to be 300 pixels. Let me do color to be white. My white is FFF. Let me do my opacity to be, that opacity means to fade. Opacity 0.2, and let me do my font size to be 50 pixels. Let it be 50 pixels. So let my background color to be black. So from there I can easily jump down to my footer. So this footer, let me rush. Sorry, I don't want my video to be more than an hour. So let me say the width should be 100 pixels, 100%, and let's give it background color. Background color will be white, and okay, let me use our normal color as 2FAE, something like this, and let's make it important. And then let's the border button. I'm just trying to use different CSS property so that at least you get familiar with it. So let me say 2 pizza solid, and we have FO, and then let me the footer. Inside the footer I have something div, footer div. Let me call it footer div. Let me call it something like this. Let me give it some property. Let the width be 1200 pixel, and let the color be white, and let the background color be black, and let it be black, and then font family, let it be our normal Calibri, and then less padding with 10 pixel, and text align to the left. How we can make it to the center. Okay, let's check this out. From our paragraph, let me simply put some paragraph here with non-breakable space, MBSP. So that's MBSP. So from this place now, I think let's try to do some things together, work on it, try and see how you can modify this. See what you have here now. So this is my simple web page now. You can modify this to have your about us. You can simply type a lot you can do to modify this, but at least you see how everything works. So thank you guys, thank you so much. I'm very happy. So thanks for watching. Kindly subscribe to the channel, and we have more video, and let me know your comment about it, how this tutorial looks like. So do you want me to be more faster, or it's okay like this, or any comment, just let me know. Thank you so much.